Streaming on clickorlando.com, you're watching News 6 at 6:30 p.m.
This is News 6 at 6:30. Thank you for joining us here live on News 6 Plus. I'm Ginger Gads.
Glad to have you with us tonight. I'm Matt Austin. Let's get you right to your forecast. Meteorologist Julie Broughton. We do have some storms out there, Julie.
We do, and we have some strong storms. We'll start you out with a look at what's going on in Volusia County. This is our Daytona Beach sky cam looking off to the west. If we could hang out on the camera for a little bit, we would likely see some lightning because we are talking about a lot of lightning with a cluster of strong storms in Volusia and back into northern Lake and Marion counties, all tracking toward the east. You can see that rain officially at the airport in Orlando, sitting right now at 83 degrees. Here's a look at the radar for you right now. I do have the lightning data turned on. The last few scans picking up 270 lightning strikes. You can see that lightning very heavily clustered, and we did have a special weather statement in place for this group of storms in eastern Marion County, primarily affecting the Ocala National Forest, dropping a lot of heavy rain, also some gusty winds around 40 miles per hour, as well as some small hail. These are continuing to move to the east now, affecting the Pearson area, and look right along I-4 in Volusia County, where you see those areas of magenta. That is likely where we are seeing some pea-sized hail. If you do have any hail and you can take a picture of it from inside your house, don't go out. We would love to see it on clickorlando.com/pins. Always safety first when you're taking those weather pictures. Here's how it looks as we track this cluster of storms. The leading edge off to the east around 5 to 10 miles per hour. The upper level winds are pretty light, so these storms are moving slowly. Eventually they'll move to Daytona Beach, South Daytona, Port Orange, even down toward Ponce Inlet as well. That likely won't be for about another 30 to 45 minutes, as we said, moving pretty slowly out there. But if you do have to be out driving in this area, make sure you take it easy because we are likely talking about ponding of water on roadways. I think we'll see some of these storms continue to intensify over the next hour, so we'll break that down for you and show you when things will clear out coming up.
All right, Julie, thank you. Well, a tragic canoeing trip for a husband and wife ends in a deadly gator attack. FWC says 61-year-old woman from Polk County was thrown from the canoe as the gator thrashed about in the water and tipped the boat over.
Yeah, FWC says the gator then bit and killed the woman. This happened along Tiger Creek, which connects Tiger Lake and Lake Kissimmee near Lake Wales. We sent News 6's Laverne McGee to speak with the neighbors and the locals.
I'm here at the entrance of Lake Kissimmee State Park. I spoke with many people who say it's very beautiful out here, but you need to be aware of the dangers of alligators.
So we drove over and talked to the FWC officer that was on shore, and he said that they were looking for her.
Vicki Croft and her husband Gary were here shortly after a 61-year-old woman was attacked and killed by an alligator. She was canoeing with her husband Tuesday afternoon near the mouth of the Tiger Creek into Lake Kissimmee in Polk County, according to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. FWC officials said they were in a 14-foot canoe in 2.5 feet of water when it passed over a large alligator. The gator then thrashed and tipped the canoe over, causing both people to end up in the water.
We are working hard to understand exactly what happened. While alligator attacks resulting in fatalities are extremely rare,
this is their house. I'm not scared of them because I ain't going out in no kayak or canoe, because the splashing of the paddle is what draws them. They love the thrashing of the water, and when you do that, you're just attracting them.
In Polk County, Laverne McGee, News 6.
Breaking right now out of Port Orange, law enforcement has swarmed the intersection near Taylor Road near Williamson Boulevard for a shooting investigation. It's a very busy area near several businesses. There's a Walgreens there. All police will tell us right now is that all victims and suspects are accounted for, but they did not give any exact numbers. People are being asked to avoid the area. Stay with News 6 for any updates.
A day after a former teacher was found guilty of being drunk and disorderly at an underage house party, the attention now shifts to prosecuting a former principal. Carly Anderson was convicted of misdemeanor charges and sentenced to probation.
But Cocoa Beach police say former principal Elizabeth Hill Brodigan was the one who hosted the 100 drinking students. News 6's James Sparvero is looking for her back where this whole story started.
I think this is the fourth time since January when this story broke that I'm here at Elizabeth Hill Brodigan's house, again trying to contact her. We'll see if we have any luck now after the verdict in Carly Anderson's trial came down yesterday. So as you're about to see, the police themselves had a hard time finding the ex-principal when they were here in January trying to arrest her.
May I ask, why do you want to see me in person, though?
Because this is your house and I can't really do these things over the phone.
Brodigan, who was still principal at the time at Roosevelt Elementary, clearly sounded afraid.
Are you putting me, like, in jail? Like,
Yeah,
I don't understand.
Yes. I have a warrant for your arrest to take you to the county jail.
Oh, my God.
On another call before she was arrested and bonded out, Brodigan told police the party at her house was just her son having a bonfire with some friends. On more body cam, you can see that students were wearing white, which according to police wasn't for a bonfire, it was for a huge white lie party. The state attorney's office says that's Brodigan there as police were investigating a kid throwing up and shaking on her lawn. Just before Anderson's trial got started, Brodigan waived her right to a speedy trial. It's common for defendants to do that in felony cases to give the defense more time to prepare. We'll let you know when Brodigan is due back in court. The most serious charge she's facing is child neglect. In Cocoa Beach, Brevard County, I'm James Sparvero, News 6.
Thank you, James. Well, here's another story you'll see only right here because you're watching News 6. Remember the vending machines showing up in Volusia County that are dispensing Narcan? We first told you about those in January, installed to fight the opioid epidemic.
And now we're following up, finding out just how many people are actually using them and grabbing a box for free. No questions asked. News 6 anchor Eric Von Anken goes back to DeLand to see how the machines are getting results protecting our community.
From the sidewalk along New York Avenue here in downtown DeLand, it kind of looks like a candy machine. But what comes out of this machine can make the difference between life and death. This is Narcan, the much talked about opioid reversing drug, and it's entirely free in this machine and the other one in Ormond Beach. Where we are here is in front of a long-term rehab facility. It's called Foundations to Freedom. Liz Peterson is the COO of Foundations to Freedom. And Liz, you helped oversee the team that wrote the grant that got the money from Volusia County to buy that machine. I should say we're on the backside of it now.
Well, because the overdose deaths in Volusia County in 2024 were over 333.
And you're telling me in 4.5 months, 5 months or so, you have had 404 people take Narcan out of your vending machine.
Yes. But we've heard that there was at least one reversal from boxes from our distribution.
Reversal, you mean bringing somebody back to life after an overdose?
And potentially 404 lives that could be saved.
Stats show access to Narcan gets results. Earlier this year, Central Florida's Project Opioid, that's the nonprofit aiming to solve the opioid crisis, said deaths from overdoses dropped by 7.3% across our area over the last year. A historic drop, they called it, in large part because of widespread distribution of Narcan.
The machines are powered and refrigerated 24 hours a day. There's no trick to using them. Just type in a number, and then the Narcan falls. You can even pick up gloves and a mask, and every single box of Narcan has a QR code on it to show you how to use this and how to get help.
Absolutely no interaction. Staff don't stand out. Make sure someone's using the Narcan or taking it. Now that it's available, it's free. They can see it. It's out in the public. The public is aware of it. People are less inclined to hide behind the stigma.
And guess what? These are 6 more vending machines almost ready to go into other spots around Volusia County that are also high traffic and high overdose areas. And on top of these, Liz says currently she's in the process of writing yet another grant to Volusia County to get more money to buy 10 more of these. Protecting our community in Volusia County, Eric Von Anken, News 6.
Now, Foundations to Freedom refills the vending machines pretty much every week. They get the Narcan from DCF, which distributes it across the state to many nonprofits, healthcare facilities, and law enforcement. Again, this is all done for free. So even if you have one and never use it, or you don't use it, but you see someone who could have the need for it, and
Yeah.
they don't have it.
What I love is you never have to go and talk to someone and request it.
There's a
There's a
stigma,
shame
yeah.
factor
Yeah,
and a
of course.
stigma. So the fact that they can just go and grab one when they need it, it's pretty cool.
Life-saving.
All right, well, let's get you to Central Florida's #1 website. Man, that thing is good. ClickOrlando.com. Let's check out what's trending. Love bug populations have gone down significantly over the past years, and no one is sad about it. A professor at the University of Florida believes love bugs are starting to disappear from Florida altogether. Typically, love bug season pops up twice per year in April to May, August to September. Does it make you sad that love bugs are going away?
Only if other bugs are going away, too important
I don't
ones.
want bees going anywhere.
Then we're going to go in 4 years after that. You may notice when the love bugs are around because of all the gunk they leave on your cars, and it's bad for the paint. Researchers say other bugs like butterflies, beetles, and fireflies are also on a downward trend. I love the fireflies, pointing to development and chemicals as possible reasons why. That's the only thing that worries me. The bees that we really need.
Yeah, we need those
to keep us alive.
Fireflies are magical.
Yeah.
So we want to keep
but
those
we don't
around.
really need them, but you
Love
just want to
bugs,
see them.
kind of weird creatures anyway.
Bye.
Yeah. Here are some other top stories trending over at ClickOrlando.com. Private lunar lander from Japan now circling the moon with just another month before it attempts to land. That lander holds a mini rover equipped with a scoop to gather lunar dirt for experiments.
And a whole new world is set for Abu Dhabi. Disney has revealed art renderings for a new theme park there. It will be their first theme park in the Middle East and will feature a cool spiraling crystal-like structure as the Disney Castle. The images are found on ClickOrlando.com. It does look pretty cool.
Maybe people in Abu Dhabi will be able to actually afford Disney. Have you ever ever heard of dosa? Well, you'll never forget the taste of it. After stopping by Bombay Street Kitchen, I experienced an explosion of flavor when trying the signature dish. You better be careful at this Orlando staple. We'll talk about that.
First, though, you'll have lots of fun at Orlando's theme parks, but your wallet won't. Impressive additions from Disney and Universal sending prices higher and higher. You're watching News 6 at 6:30 live on News 6 Plus, covering Eatonville, Horizon West, and all of Central Florida. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Your Wednesday evening traffic alert. This all depends about weather because sometimes it's raining enough to where we got to suspend this stuff. So southbound 417 is scheduled to be closed right here at Lee Vista, meaning everybody's coming off there from about 9 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning. And then the same thing here westbound I-4 from about 9 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning. Now, this was opened up about 5:15 this morning. So make sure you're paying attention and we'll see what happens. I'm Trooper Steve with your News 6 traffic alert. Drive safely and I'll catch you in the morning.
Epic Universe officially opens 2 weeks from tomorrow. It's Universal's biggest and most expensive park yet in terms of both construction costs and ticket prices.
So Universal, Disney, all of Central Florida's theme park options have long been the ultimate destination for families. But News 6 anchor Justin Wormuth explains that this experience may be getting too expensive.
Orlando's theme parks, the promised land of churros, fireworks, and fantasy. A place where families flock, wallets wide open, chasing magic that has a steep price tag.
One of the biggest things when it comes to going to the theme parks, it just costs an arm and a leg.
Oh, yes, extremely expensive.
Do you think
Everything
it's too expensive? Like,
I think for some people it may be too expensive. It gets a little ridiculous.
Let's talk numbers. A single day, single park ticket to Magic Kingdom is anywhere from $139 to $199 depending on the day. Epic Universe, right in that same ballpark. A one-day ticket also between $139 to $199.
It's just hard though because it's crowded a lot and I'm not one that wants to spend money to wait in lines all day.
That's where Lightning Lane multi-passes and express passes come in, maximizing someone's trip at an additional cost, of course. Up to $40 at Magic Kingdom, even more at Epic Universe. And then there's parking, souvenirs, and food, like this $20 crepe at Epic Universe.
We bought 2 drinks yesterday, they were $70. I think that's a little excessive.
When I see the prices of just a meal alone at Disney, I'm like, we're gonna eat outside the park.
Families are saving up for this, sometimes for years.
Richard Lewin is a professor of international business at Rollins College. I wanted to know if the annual price hikes at the parks are sustainable and whether they could eventually impact attendance numbers.
If you go up the economic hierarchy, you've got a lesser number of people who can spend that higher money. I think numbers are important, but I think that the driver is what's the yield, what's the spend that we can get.
Back to those price hikes. An average one-day ticket to Disney back in 2014, less than $100. A decade later, that's up to $154. And word is prices will jump again this year. Universal, meantime, historically more affordable than Disney, has followed suit with hikes of its own. But with the addition of Epic Universe, prices are now on par with its crosstown foe.
So the offering has to be incredible when they get there. That's, of course, a given. But also, if you want to expand the numbers consistently, that financial accessibility becomes a factor.
In Orlando, Justin Wormuth, News 6.
What I always go back to is I wonder what Walt Disney would think if he knew how expensive it is and how hard it would be for
I can't speak for him, but I've read articles where this is not what he had planned. But you know, it's difficult.
Not owned by a person anymore. It's
but hey,
company.
we're here because of those theme parks.
This is true.
So,
and we need them to do well desperately. Yeah.
Correct. All right, let's take you outside. This is a live look now over Daytona Beach.
Yeah, there it is.
That's Daytona Beach, looking off to the west from the beach where you can see it is dark. We are talking about some strong storms, and we do have a special weather statement in place now. So let's go ahead and get to the radar for you and show you what we are dealing with. It's not a surprise that we've seen these strong storms today. We've been expecting that, and we're going to keep that threat of strong to severe weather in the forecast as we head through the next couple of days. Now, our west coast sea breeze has moved across the peninsula, beginning to meet up with that east coast sea breeze, and so that is really enhancing how strong some of these storms are. Again, this white box you see, that shows us where we have that special weather statement in place. That is until 7 o'clock, and that is because this cluster of thunderstorms is producing winds gusting to around 40 miles per hour. Also some hail within this, and our radar has been indicating that hail in there as well. Let's just move this out of the way since it doesn't seem to want to go away. Let me go in a little bit closer for you and show you where we are potentially seeing that hail. Where you see the magenta, that shows us is where our radar has been indicating some pea-sized hail in there as all of this continues tracking off toward the east. So going a little bit closer right along State Road 44, you are likely seeing some ponding of water on roadways. It is not the time to be out driving in this area. All of this is traveling off toward the east for us. These storms not moving super fast today, around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Samsula, you're going to see this moving into your area in the next couple of minutes. Let's go ahead and track from the most intense part of this cluster of storms. We'll take it out at 10 miles per hour, see if it will populate some cities for us. It doesn't always do that. Alamana right now, Lake Ashby Shores in the next 5 minutes. It'll move into Sugar Mill Estates in the next 20 minutes. Again, that is the leading edge of this heavy rain, the gusty winds, and again, the potential of some hail in here. Islesboro in about 23 minutes and Ponce Inlet, you will see some of this in about 23 minutes or less as well. As we go out a little bit wider, this is not the only area that is seeing some of those strong thunderstorms. Up in Flagler County, no advisories in place for you, but we are seeing really heavy rain. And again, right along I-95, you've seen a lot of lightning. We could be talking about some hail right there just in the DuPont area. This will move toward Mound Grove in the next 17 minutes. And yeah, our radar is indicating some hail within that. As we go back a little bit farther to the west over areas like Bakerstown, Seville, Cody's Corner, seeing some of that heavier rain. Pearson, you've seen some strong storms move through. You have more on the way. Astor, you're in a little bit of a break, but you have more headed your way from the Camp Ocala area. And as we head through the next hour or so, I think we'll continue to see some of these storms intensifying. Here's a look at that camera again from your Daytona Beach Skycam. Dark skies again. You have those strong storms on the way to Daytona Beach. 83 degrees right now out there. We went to a high in the low 90s for a lot of spots out there today. Still sitting at 91 in Orlando and 91 in Kissimmee. Here's your clouds and rain forecast. This model's done pretty well with how things have evolved today. Taking you through the next hour, still looking at clusters of strong storms moving over toward the coast. Everything will continue pushing off toward the east slowly. We still could see some more storms firing across our southern counties as our sea breezes collide. Then once we get through around 9, 10 o'clock or so, most of the intense activity winds down for us, and we should keep it pretty quiet as we head through the overnight hours. But again, tomorrow we are expecting that chance of some strong to severe storms. Weather set up with a big upper level low moving in from the Gulf will keep us soggy for the next several days. Now, here's your forecast for tonight.
Your forecast is sponsored by the Florida Lottery.
Overnight lows hover around 70, so a mild start to your Thursday. Next 7 days, keeping highs in the low 90s through the rest of our work week. We cool it down a little bit for your Mother's Day weekend with rain chances going up to 80% by Sunday, and we keep our rain chances elevated even into the beginning of next week.
All right, Mom likes the rain too. All right, thank you, Julie. We'll be right back. Keep on streaming.
I'm News 6 anchor Crystal Moyer.
And I'm News 6 anchor Justin Mormouth. Coming up in the morning, getting help to local veterans in need.
The local facility celebrating 1 year in operation, all as worries grow about potential big cuts from Washington.
Plus your weather and traffic every 10 minutes.
We'll see you for News 6 mornings starting at 6.
I could crush like 8 of these. This RV from Giant Recreation World is big and bold, and fortunately, I know a chef with the flavors to match. Today, we're going to Bombay Street Kitchen in Orlando.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to try some Bombay street food, but if I'm gonna get one thing on this menu, what does it have?
You should try our street dosa. That's one of the best things we can sell here for you.
So we're eating dosa today.
Yes, correct. It's like thin rice scrape, fermented. We cook it on the grill and we put all the stuffing, like different kind of vegetable, and it comes with like some sauce. It's called sambar. It's like vegetable soup and some coconut chutney.
Sounds like a lot to this dish. I'm here at the Bombay Street Kitchen, getting ready to try some dosa, which I had really never heard of before. I guess the best comparison is like an Indian quesadilla. You take the dosa, you dip it in some vegetable soup. There are so many flavors in that, you would have a hard time counting. That is fantastic. It's spicy. Woo. So on the inside, there's all these crunchy vegetables. And I'm on about the 7th bite, and my eyes are starting to water in an amazing way. The outside, sort of like a soft crepe. I don't even understand how he made that with his hand back there and some sort of magic, but it is good, it is heat. It's got a little bit of a curry flavor to it. It's just fantastic. The I-4 food tour, getting some authentic Indian food straight from the streets of India. Bombay Street Kitchen, I would come back tomorrow.
Sponsored by Giant Recreation World. Visit Giant Recreation World today.
Spicy.
Ooh, really good,
Looks
but
so
just
good.
the right amount of spice. You know,
Yeah.
not too spicy. You
You can
still get a
enjoy
bunch
it.
of the flavor. And there was a thing there, like we focused on the dosa. They made a bunch of stuff for us. They had this bread that they fried, and it just expanded
Puffed
into this
up, yeah.
ball,
Mhm.
and then you stuff it with things. Oh man!
What did you stuff yours with?
I stuffed it with tikka masala.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. I think
yeah.
that, I don't know, I can't get
It
the
doesn't
names
matter,
right.
it was
I'm
good.
the wrong person for this.
You probably shouldn't say that.
It was really good.
Because you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
As long as you can enjoy it, you're the right person. All right, thanks for watching News 6 at 6:30. Stream News 6 online anytime on our News 6 Plus Smart TV app.
Hey, remember, we break news at clickorlando.com. We would love to see you tonight at 11. Have a great one.